Hey everybody, happy Monday evening. It's Verna from Stampin' Notes and welcome to Monday Simply Stamping in the Meadow. We have been doing Monday Mystery Stamping in the Meadow every Monday. We're going to still do some mystery stamping, but I thought I'd change the name, so if we want to do something else, not the same card layout for everything, then I can do that, and you can too. So we will still be I will still be giving out a prize for sharing and commenting and participating. I would love to have you share your cards in my public group, Inking Joy Stampers. That's a Facebook group, and anyone is welcome to join that. So if you make some of the cards I'm going to share with you tonight, that would be awesome, and I'd love to see them there. But comment and share, and you'll be put into a drawing for a prize, a weekly prize. Last week's winner was Margaret Bourgoin, and this week is Len Curran. Thank you, Len, for sharing. So, hi Lisa, the group name is Inking Joy Stampers. And I will put a link to it in the description below the video tonight. So I'm going to turn the phone down now. If you get car sick or dizzy, just look away a minute. We're going to go down and raise it up a little bit. Get my computer going here. Can't believe it is May 16th already. Mute myself there. Hey Lucy, you are welcome, Lisa. All right, so tonight I'm going to feature some cards made with. I'm going to do 3 cards tonight. The Home and Garden. Sorry about the glare on this. This stamp set is in the January to June mini catalog. It's going to retire soon. And it's great for Father's Day cards, men's birthday cards. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. Yes, Lucy is Lisa's mom. It's so nice to have you girls here. And we'll get started with the first card. And my fingers are a mess I've got ink on them, so please ignore them. All right, the first card we're going to do tonight is one with shovels on the front. And we're going to start with a piece of thick basic white cardstock. It's 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and give this a good burnish with my bone folder. Also, I will have a PDF for these 3 cards, and it will be posted tonight. And if there will be a host code if you want to buy the supplies to make them. And if you use that host code at checkout by Thursday at midnight, I will send you, and it's a $35 or more order, I will send you the kit, little card kits, make and takes to make each one. Okay, and I will write that host code out here on my graph paper too. I know, I just get to be such a mess. I'm glad that we stampers understand that. Okay, I had to grab a marker. Oh, nope. Let's see. Did I write it down? Okay, I put it on my phone. So, all right, I'll post it afterwards. But anyways, here's our card base. This is going to be horizontal like this. And I have a piece of Starry Sky. And this is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And this is going to be my card base. That's going to go on the front, and Starry Sky is one of our new beautiful in colors. Hey, Mom. I love it when my mom stops by and joins in. she's got a birthday coming up next week, and my sister and I are taking her to Sight and Sound to see David on her birthday at the end of next week. So we're excited about that. I have never been to Sight and Sound, but I've heard lots of great things about it. Okay, so lift this up a little bit. There's our base. Yes, it should be a lot of fun. Okay, and trying to get this over just a little bit like that, so we're not catching all the stuff laying around the table. Yes, my mom has been, and I think my sister's been, but I have never been, and I can't wait to go, and David is the new one, so I'm excited. The next thing we have is a strip that I 5.5, and that's going to go all the way across all layers, and this is a part of the 6x6 in color designer series paper, the 2022-2024 new in colors. If you're new on here, just comment and let me know you're here. Always love to have new people join us. All right, so that's going to go on there like, oops, I put that on too soon. Oh, my word. Okay, there's another layer that's got to go on first. Okay, and that's a piece of 3/4. And this card is going to feature all of the new in colors. We're going to center this on here. Just like that. We'll have the measurements on it and the supplies. It's free to anyone. It is a basic PDF. So the Monday night cards, the PDF will be free. All right, so now we put our strip across the center like that. Okay, now I've die cut, let me show you the dies to this set. They're really cool. There's a rake, a shovel, a little shovel, a large shovel, grass shears, I think that's what that is, pieces of grass, stones. This is for the gloves. This is for the silver part of the shovel. And there's some hangers here. So they coordinate with all the images on the stamp set here. Oh, Margaret, I completely understand about computer problems. No problem. We're just starting a card, and you probably saw that we're not going to do mystery stamping every Monday, but we will still do it. Some I will announce it ahead of time. Just thought it'd be nice to feature some different layouts. Okay, so now I have cut out 5 different shovels, and they're all in the new in colors. So here's a sweet sorbet, parakeet party, Tahitian tide, orchid oasis, and starry sky. Here, I think I'll start with the green. Then we'll do this one. Oh, I'm glad, Margaret. And then Wednesday's feature will be like a technique or something a little stepped up. Let's see. I want him here. And maybe that one there. Okay, and all I'm going to do is simply adhere these down. You guys probably know about the Fantastic Starter Kit promotion. It's $214 value because you normally get $99. anything you want from us. And then you get a free paper pumpkin, free shipping. And then on top of that, this month they're giving free of the in color design. They're giving free in color grid paper, a package of that. The free set of the new in color ink pads. How awesome is that? That's a $35 value. And I think the other one was a package of the in color, the assortment of the in color cardstock. So that's an awesome deal. So $214 altogether in product for just $99. And if you want to just buy it to get the discount, then and be a hobby stamper, that is just fine. You don't have to do the business. Okay, and one more shovel here. So one of my son's dogs, who's really a puppy, she's an English Shepherd dog, got hit last night. So my daughter-in-law took her to the vet clinic in Ithaca. Thank the Lord she's okay and doing well. They thought maybe she had some damage to her lungs. And so they kept her overnight. She didn't have any broken bones. So Amanda went to get her, and she's on her way home with her. So we're happy about that. Well, hey, Arlene. So nice to see you. Okay, this sentiment says to the man who can do anything. And we're going to use the Starry Sky ink. All right, so here's our card so far. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment on here. And that's crooked. I'm going to turn it over and do it on the other side. Let's see here. Yeah, the stamp kind of waves up like that a little bit. All right, and I'm going to trim that down. Here's my trimmer. I'm going to trim it down to about, probably ½ an inch. Let's see here. I'm not super happy with that. It still looks crookedish. Okay, I'm going to redo that, girls. Grabbing a piece of scrap paper. Let's see, what else is going on around here? Had 2 of the grandchildren tonight before stamping tonight, and they just went home. Little Emily and her brother Levi. She's so cute. She just turned a year, and Levi is her older brother who's 8, and there's 2 little boys in between, and they're learning swimming at the Y, so they know how to swim. They're 3 and 4, so needless to say, they are all very busy. Well, good, Margaret. Okay, let's try this again. Mom's talking about, yes, we got chickens. And we got a chicken coop. And they're just starting to lay right as they should because the stress of a new place. And they, I stopped in to show Mom, and they were just a cackling. There's Sussex, and there's some Australorps, and they're both supposed to be really friendly breeds. Let's see if I can make this straight. And we had 11, but we let them out, and one of them did not return. And we do have fishers around here, so we're wondering if something got it. Well, we think something probably did get it, but as you can see, I'm just, well, that doesn't look right. Making a little background for this. So if you just got on here, I'm going to have a PDF, or I do have a PDF done with the measurements and the supplies for these. And if you place an order of $35 or more in my online store by the 19th, which is Thursday at midnight, and use the host code, and I'll put the host code in the link when I'm done. Oops. And you'll see it on the PDF too. But if you use that host code and place an order of $35 or more, then I will send you the cardstock, the kits to make the cards, the pieces, the different pieces. So anyways, so this is going to go on here. And I just want to put a little bit of twine on it. And this is the In Color Baker's twine. It comes in one each of all the different colors. Thanks, Margaret, for sharing. Oh no, I'm sorry, the new girls are chickens. So, yeah, they are so funny. I don't know if any of you have ever had chickens. See, I'm just going to wrap this like that. I might have to slide it. You know what? I don't think I'm going to like that on there like that. Maybe what I'll do is loop it behind it. So let's add some dimensionals here. I did go on the hill with my husband last night. I had to watch the gate while he fed a round bale to the cattle. And some of the calves up there are really friendly now because my granddaughters have loved them to death. And so the good part of them about them not being friendly is they're not around you when you're at the gate. But because they're friendly, they're right there. But that's not all bad. They see the hay coming and then they run to get it. Okay, so I'm going to just, I think I'm going to make a loop, one loop with a knot here. Pull those through. Anybody get your flower beds done? I'm partially done. I helped my husband trim our forsythia tree today, and it looks much better. Okay. And I really don't like that. It needs to be up farther. Let's try it. Okay. I'm going to cut this big knot off here, and hopefully the whole thing won't fall apart. Well, anyways, one more try here. All right, so I'm going to make a knot. Maybe. It's supposed to be kind of chilly tomorrow night. So I might have to bring some plants in. Okay, so there's what I want. I've got a knot there. And I'm going to trim this off like that. And I think we'll just put that behind there like that with a glue dot or a little dab of glue. Okay, and then those are just going to hang like that. I'll trim them up a little bit. Okay. Hey, Chris, we'll have you here. No problem on being late. You finished your rose garden? How many roses do you have, Margaret? I do not do well with roses. Okay, for the inside piece, I have just stamped Happy Father's Day. Yep, that's the crooked one. And you could stamp a tool on here. Anything? Okay. All right, so this is card number 1. To the man who can do anything, Happy Father's Day. All right, let's move on to card number 2, and I call this my shed card, and you'll see why. All right, we're gonna start with a piece of grassy green, or garden green. Too many grassy names, and now we're getting in greens. We have a lot of greens. This is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Oh my goodness, you have 10 roses, Margaret? That is so awesome time. Okay, and we're going to use a piece of the Blessings of Home Designer Series paper. This is still available until the beginning of June. It's out of the January to June mini catalog. And I love this because of the wood look on it. This is 5 1/4 by 4. And this piece has the greenery on the back side of it. But there's other wood looks in this set. Or in this paper pack. Okay, I guess that's straight. Okay, now I have a piece, and remember all the measurements for this will be in the PDF. This is a piece, that same piece, but I want to use the green part here for grass. And I'm going to just tear the top of it. And when you're tearing paper to use it, you should tear it towards you. We want it to be like up and down and uneven, like, you know, the grass and the ground is. We're not going to worry about the white showing because it will blend right in with this paper. All right, so this is going to go on our front right here, and this is 4 1/4 by I think 1 1/2 or 1 1/4. I have it written down in the PDF. And we're just going to adhere that across the front. Okay, just like that. Press it down a little bit. You have a garden without a fence. I just ordered garlic clips because the deer go through and clean out my daylilies. And you clip them to the plant and they're supposed to, the rain's not supposed to bother them, but it turns the deer off. They don't like the garlic. So I'm hoping that that helps because it's really frustrating. Okay, I've got 2 of the ladders because I want to make it look like it's standing, and that's with this die here. Okay, so I'm going to adhere one down like that. I'm going to put the other one, so these corners are matching, and I want it to be, I want this one straight, and then we'll put the other one on there to make it look like it's open. Okay, so this is going to go here. Now we can go this way. I think I will go this way. Just over a little bit. And I'm going to adhere that down like that. And all of these dies in this set you can use in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. They will run right through that. It's only 3 inches wide. Whoops. Okay, so there's our ladder. You should probably go down just this way, just a little. All right, and we're gonna put our rack up here. There's a die cut, this one, it looks like wood. Excuse me, I've got a frog. And we're gonna put that across the top, or near the top of the card. Centered. So this has gotta go over a little more. Just like that. And then there's little brackets that you can die cut out. They're right here. It die cuts out 3 at a time. So I'm going to put them on that wood piece. We'll put one here. A lot of die cutting with this card, as you can tell. One here. And we'll put one more. Over on the other side. Right here. All right, so there's our 3 brackets. We're gonna hang the rake, and I've already stamped the rake and used this die to cut it out. This is the rake. I want him like that. Hold that just a minute. Now I've stamped and die cut the shovel. And also with the shovel, there's a little die for the shovel, this part of the shovel that's silver. Or you can make it whatever color you like. And I'm just going to adhere this to that part of the shovel that I die cut. Just like that. If you get glue on this foil. It's hard to get it off, but a baby wipe will take. We're going to go with glue here. All right, we have, these are the, remember when we used to do all the clipping by hand? And then there's another die to cut out just the end. There's that, and this, so this large piece should be whatever color you want your handles to be. And then this would be the silver cutting part. Just like that, it goes on there. Isn't that cute? And there's a little circle right there. I gotta get the glue off my fingers here. All right, before I put that on, I've die cut out some little pieces of grass, and I just gonna put one here, and they're right here on the die sheet. There's a larger one and a smaller one. You could cut out a whole bunch of them if you wanted to. And my other one. Here's my other one. This one is the larger one. I think I'm just going to put him right here. It kind of blends in with that. All right, I'm gonna stamp the gloves because I want to put them on the ladder. I didn't want to stamp most of this tonight because it would take so long, but I want, or die cut it. I want to show you, if you've never seen the little Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in operation, I'll show you how it works. All right, so I've got my stamped gloves. They're going to be yellow, and that's crushed curry. And I'm going to bring my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in. And this main plate tells you what layers to use, what plates to use with different things you're going to do with this. This is for embossing. I don't need that. This is our bottom cutting gloves right there. And I'm going to bring the die in. I think it goes this way. Yup. I'm going to grab a piece of Post-it tape to hold that down in place so it doesn't move around. Put the top plate over, and then I'm going to crank this through like this. Excuse my phone shaking, please. Okay, the Post-it tape I can reuse, and there's my little gloves. And this folds up, which is nice. All right, so we'll bring our card back in. And I'm just gonna lay these gloves on the, well, maybe I'll hang them. I think I'll hang them up there, pretend they're hanging. I know my husband sometimes hangs his in the barn. Okay, so I still have these. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put these on the inside. Okay, I've already stamped Happy Father's Day. And I'm going to take a sponge dauber, I guess it's sponge dauber, and go around the edges. Just a little bit. I'm using the black Memento ink. Whoops. It'll help it show up when it's on the grass background. Okay, so that says Happy Father's Day. And let's put some dimensionals on the back of this. See if these full-size ones will fit. Yep, I think they will. We have mini dimensionals too that you can use in place of the large ones. Okay, so Happy Father's Day. I'm going to put this right here on our front. And for the inside, well, that's not cut right. 5 1/4 by 4. Let me grab another one. Here we go. Happy Father's Day. And we're going to the man who can, well, let's do thanks for helping me grow. Okay, and I'm using the black Memento ink. I better stand up to see. This is centered. All right, thanks for helping me grow. And we'll add the garden shears. Okay. That right there like that. And we'll put these down at the bottom here. Oops, sorry, I'm making a big mess. About right there. Okay, so that's card number 2, and oh, I was gonna put a little dot on here. One of our matte dots, classic matte dot, or maybe one of these brass ones. Put it right here, like that. All right, so card number 2. Card number 3 is a crisscross card, and I have showed you how to do this before, but I did these recently and I just loved making this card. Dang, it is a cute stamp set, Mom. All right, so I'm using basic gray cardstock for this one. And I have already scored it on the 8-inch side at 4 1/4. Okay, I'll score it again. Okay, and then turn it, and we're going to score it on the 11-inch side at the halfway mark, which is 5 1/2. All right, so basically you have your cardstock sheet is now 4 triangles. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is this right triangle at the top. I'm going to cut from the center down to where this score line is on the diagonal. So I'm going to line this up on my track right there. Line this up on the track down here. Let me move this up, make sure you can see it. So I've got this lined up. This is in the track here. Okay, I'm going to put this down. And I'm going to cut this. So I've cut that much off, and this is what it looks like now. All right. Step number 2 is to completely cut all of this piece right here out. And you can do it with your trimmer, or you can do it with long bladed scissors. So you cut over to that center mark, and then you're going to cut down from the top here on the score line. You just follow the score line. Down there. All right, so we've cut that out. So now it looks like this. Okay, this is half. This is all cut out. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut on a diagonal from this center here down to this point here. So I'm going to line this up. My center is right here. Move it up so you can see it better. My center is in the track right here. And then my bottom piece is in the track right here. I think I'll cut it this way. I'm going to have to stand up so I can see what I'm doing here. All right, so I'm going to go from here all the way up to there. So this is what we have now, and we're done with the trimmer. So this is our shape. It's pretty odd looking. Just want to make sure you guys can see it. So this will fold down like this, and this will fold in like this. And I'm just going to burnish those. If I find my bone folder. Okay. And if you get, I've got a little tag there. I'm just going to take my snips and snip that off there. Like that. Okay. So the way it will sit is like this. And I've got another tag there. All right. So I'm going to cut some designer series paper to go on these flaps. And I'm using a piece of the designer series paper from the He's the Man set. I don't think that's the name of it, but this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And we're going to cut it on the diagonal. Now, you want to look at your piece, your card base here. So I want to go from here to here to have this piece fit on here. Then this piece will flip here. We'll use the coordinating side. Or we could use this here and that and cut it this way and use that up there. Maybe I'll try that. All right, so I'm going to bring my trimmer back in. I guess I wasn't done with it. And I'm going to cut from this edge down to here, from this point to this point. There's our 2 triangles. And the measurements will be in the PDF. I will post a link to the PDF tonight, so you have that. All right, so here's our, I'm not happy with that little thing on the corner here, and I don't want to cut my corner off. There we go, that's better. See if we can get that. There we go. Okay. So this is going to adhere to the front like this. This is really great man paper, guy paper. This is in the new annual catalog. And if you signed up for my paper share, you'll be getting some of this. Okay. So there's that flap. Then this one will fit here. We're going to go right down along like that and like that. Okay, now I have a piece of cherry cobbler. I've die cut it using the layering circle dies. And I'm bringing in the new punch. What is the name of this? It's a circle, but it's got the wavy edges. And I'm going to punch out a circle with very vanilla. I don't use very vanilla enough. And I'm going to use a sentiment again. Thanks for helping me grow. Just because it's large and it'll work well on there. And I'm going to just ink that up. Decide which way I want my circle here. Like that. And center it and stamp it. All right. This is going to go on the center. And I want this to go on the front here. It's going to be adhered to this flap. So I'm going to just put glue on this side of the back of it, or this way. Like that. And put it where I want it on the card. Okay, now the other thing I want on the front is a shovel. And I've already die cut the shovel and added the silver part of it. And I just want it going probably on there about like that. So I'm not going to bring the glue all the way to the top because it's going to be sticking over that top edge a little bit. And I'm also going to use those matte dots, they're classic matte dots. There's gray. I think I'll use the black. Just like that. And I have a piece of the Very Vanilla for the inside. And I'm going to write or stamp Happy Father's Day at the top. And there's Happy Father's Day. There's the ink. See if I can get this centered and straight. That's where the Stamparatus comes in handy. All right, so there's Happy Father's Day, and I'm going to stamp that little shovel. You don't want to stamp anything out here because with this card it's going to show, unless you want something showing. So I'm going to stay right to the edge with this, to the left edge, just like that. And then we're going to add this to the inside. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Mom. Okay. So there's that one. Thanks for helping me grow. Here's the shed card. Happy Father's Day. And it has these in here. It'd be cute with a little bird or something red on the front there. That's an idea. And then this card features the new in colors, the shovels, and I've got something on there. And the new in colors. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will put a link to shop if you want to shop, and a link to the PDF. And if you spend $35 or more in my online store by Thursday at midnight, I'll send you the pieces to make each of these cards. So happy stamping, and I'll be back Wednesday. Yeah, Margaret, me too. Okay, take care. Have a